Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video on market internals and show you how you can spot a trending day, and it helps you kind of stay in the trade. So, just a quick recap. I use ADD a lot and TIC and VIX, of course, for market internals. Um, Yesterday, ADD was above, it opened like above 1,000. And so that's already telling me that we might have a trend day. Then after that, it stayed above 1200 and eventually it would kind of stay above 1500, which let me know that we were mainly going to have a good trend. So between 1200 and 1500 kind of tells me we might slowly grind up. But once it starts to get above that 1500, that's telling me this is a good trend. And I like to pair it with Sadie's pivot ribbon. And so yesterday, as you can see, a lot of people probably thought that we might come down to fill the gap. Even I thought maybe. But I said I won't try it since on the 3 minute we open at the call trigger, which is this blue line, and then we kept respecting this 3 minute ribbon. So what you do here is either you can scalp or add into positions as as you see these bull flags, and these kind of let you know like, hey, trend's still going, and then it kind of went almost all day basically, and you can take profit at the Golden Gate completion right here, which is the basically the 0.618. Um, when we're in a trend day, the PO or the phase oscillator, which is this right here, that divergence doesn't work as well. So you tend to ignore it and just do bull flags into the ribbon. And as you can see, ADD kept going up, 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 staying up. So there was really no reason for me to try to look for shorts. If it would have been the inverse, where we would have opened negative 1,000, that would have told me, hey, look for puts. For example, on we opened negative on Wednesday, and we didn't kind of stayed in the negative 1,000s territory, but we mainly chopped. I mean, it was still kind of, I never really looked for calls, but you could have found really good plays with bull flags into the ribbon, and the best one yesterday was around. I mean, Wednesday was around this time, and as you can see, you could have entered right here, and then played to the 3 minute 200 EMA, or 200 EMA would have been a great play. So that's kind of like um, how I use ADD. Then today, I kind of was doing the same. ADD was kind of like stayed above 1,000. So I played calls into this, especially when we flipped this resistance, broke through it. And then you could have played puts, which I did, even though I sold early, but no regrets. Um, Ribbon started to flip, ADD started coming down, was showing weakness, and you could have see this conviction arrow right here, looking like the ribbon was flipping into what Sadie calls a bommy. And then once you could have entered here and just boom, play this all. I mean, if you would have been super ambitious, play it all the way down here. And of course, then it gave a really nice reversal. But also, I like to use tick. So tick yesterday was staying mainly positive and above the 10 SMA. So it was kind of telling me like, hey, this thing wants to keep, you know, keep going, especially when we were tapping like, you know, once you get above 400, then you can look for longs, especially if it stays up there. Anything between 400 and negative 400 just tells you that today might be choppy. And that's kind of like what we had Wednesday. It was kind of like just staying in between. And so it was more telling me it's chop. And then eventually today it started to come down. Once you see it test those negative 600 and then 1000, that can be indicative of a short. So that helped me as well. Um, and so that's kind of like what gave me confluence to play puts, vols, vol speed as well. Right here, yesterday it kept going up all day, so there was really no reason for you to look for shorts. Whereas today it was going up, but eventually it broke through. So you could have played that as well, um, for puts right here, right until it starts to kind of flip. So that that's another indicator. And of course, VIX, you always look for gaps and all that. So that's mainly the wanted to do a quick video on showing you how I use market internals and how it keeps me or takes me out of trades. Um, of course, you use other confluences and market structure for me is the best, but this is a great kind of like to give you that extra confidence of staying in a trade or not. So yeah, but yesterday as well with the VIX, on the 10 minute, it never, it was a clean, like never broke through the ribbon, so that also kept you in calls. Today, this flip right here kept you in puts. You know, could have gotten you in puts, and then maybe at the call trigger right here could have been indication to start looking for calls. But yeah, hope this video helps. Thanks, guys.